Now, I know as a Ravens fan, you're disappointed, because I know I am. That is an understatement. There has been some good though. Hasn't been a lot. From great games to start the season, the unexpected losses, and everything in between. We'll go with the best, the decent, the bad, and the terrible from this season up until this point. Now, this video might be long, so get your popcorn ready. Also, let me know how y'all feel about this season too. Y'all think we can turn this thing around? Because I believe we can. But as long as we have Lamar, we can definitely do that. Let's go get started. Starting off with one of the great players on this team. One of two, actually. Tyler Luke. He's made almost every kick. He has had those kicking in the zone issues, which is what I was talking about in the second preseason game. But outside of that, he's been perfect. It was a 55-yard field goal that he missed, if I remember correctly. It was in the Chiefs game. Second great play I'm going to talk about is Lamar Jackson. Because it ain't the Ravens if you ain't talking about Lamar Jackson. Now, when he was on the field, we had a chance to win every game. And he hasn't been on the field. Oh my fucking God. Have you seen this team? Granted, they played a lot better, at least on defense, against the Rams this past Sunday, but how he only scored 13 points?
Actually, 33 points over the last 3 games.
Yeah. Although he did turn the ball over twice in the game he got hurt, I still think we had a chance. As long as play calling didn't get in the way of that. It definitely did. Gonna get into that later. It's been atrocious at times. At times. A lot of them. Plural. But along with that, there's been 2 great games this season from the Ravens. I'm going to start with the Browns game first. Although the offense really didn't look that great, the defense really came to play. I don't know if it was Ray Lewis talking to Roquan to start the game in the tunnel before the game started. That man played like he had something to prove.
Hunters hunt. They hunt. Lead them to hunt, bro. 60 minutes this time. You understand? Finish this, man. They gonna follow your lead. They gonna follow your lead, right? We strong individually, but together we'll tell Pacific. Pull them together, bro.
And of course, he's done absolutely nothing since. But it's fine. He also is hurt, but he really wasn't that good. He was on the field anyway, so Derrick Henry was pretty much a non-factor. The defense had 2 takeaways, including a block punt in that game. We did score on a lot of short fields. We did have 2 sacks, but it really doesn't feel like a whole lot because we didn't get a whole lot of pressure. But Davis Robinson did have a strip sack though, so I do credit you on that. He's has been one of the better players, although he's going to be out like for like a month and a half. Yikes. Nick Wiggins also had him almost pick 6 in that game. Man, if we had played the Browns, we had the best defense in the league. Because up until the Rams game, we didn't have a takeaway. Since, it's been rough. But I would have to say, as the Bills Ravens game was great. Should have been great for us. Should have been great for them. Sure, it was an all-time classic, but it was for all the wrong reasons. Because we once again blew a 2-score lead in the second half, in the last 4 minutes of the game. But I've already aired my grievances out with that game. I made a whole video on it, so that's over and done with. On to not so much happier shit. To the good. Davis Robinson, it's time for the most sacks on this team. We only have like 8, so it's not really saying no what. Did have that aforementioned strip sack in that game. They also sacked Patrick Mahomes. However much that's worth. 2 good players from the secondary that I would like to mention. Jadobi Awuzie and Nate Wiggins, who I probably should have transitioned to from the Browns game. I fucked up on that. But Nate Wiggins has been our best, I would say, player in that DB. Out of all of them, he's been the best one. Tito's been solid. Don't really hear his name called too much, although he was getting cooked against the Chiefs game. Then again, why was Zach Orr running man coverage so much? I don't know. And then, you know what? I'm not even about to talk about him right now. His defense is ridiculous. 2 good players from the offense that I would also like to mention. Derek Henry and say flop. I know say Derrick Henry. What? Good. Let me explain. Coaching. And those 2 fumbles. If he kept giving the ball in the Chiefs game, pretty sure we still would have been in that game even with Cooper Rush in there. This coaching staff really pisses me off. Anyway, I understand why we didn't give him the ball against the Texans. Tried. Didn't work. He did have a touchdown, but it didn't matter because the game was already over. Let's be honest. Zay is our leading receiver. That's really it for the good. Doesn't really get too much better from here. So a whole lot of bad. Ooh. Let's go and get into it, shall we? Derrick Henry's untimely fumbles really hurt us. He fumbled 3 times in a row to start the year. But the first and the third against the Lions and the Bills respectively, switch those around, really hurt us. Because in the Bills game, they had all the momentum, although they really shouldn't have never been in the game. Detroit, we were already down on possession, and he fumbles. Luckily, we only gave up 3 points, but that game was miserable. Shout out to the Lions, though. Shout out to the Lions. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Our offensive play calling has been terrible. At times, absolutely atrocious. Rams game was a perfect example. We get 3 chances inside the 3 and get no points. We get inside the red zone 2 more times. No points. Well, the penalties killed that first drive we had. And we just had to settle for 3. Then we got down in the red zone late in the game when Snoop got put in. Oh, I do believe he should have been in. He's no Lamar Jackson, but he would have run his offense better because of his mobility. Wasn't done sooner, but I'm not in control of that. With that point, I'm going to segue into this next point. The red zone offense has been atrocious, and it's been shown at plenty of points throughout this season. The Browns game, we're going to start with the Browns game. That 4-play sequence. Lions 2. It happened way too many times. I'm going to start with the Browns game. After we got that block punt, that's kind of what I'm talking about. With the play calling, we just oversimplify it. We just give it to Derrick Henry and just wow. You know what I'm saying? It's Derrick Henry. He's gonna score. Just give him the football, you know? The Lions game again, we get down the side of 5, but we get too cute. Because not only did we not score no points, we actually lost yardage. But thankfully, nothing really happened after that. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we're ranked in the bottom quarter in red zone offense this year. We were at the top, almost 74% clip. We're at 44%, bro. What happened, bro? It's the play calling. We just get too cute, bro, with all these tush pushes and trick plays, bro. Just hand the ball, go right in the middle, read options. Lamar Jackson is not that hard. You have Mark Andrews, you have Isaiah Likely, you have Derrick Henry, you have DeAndre Hopkins, for fuck's sake. Why do we overcomplicate this shit so much? You have all these red zone weapons. We just so... In fact, just give it to Derrick Henry, because that worked last year. We just don't do it enough. This is why we're not scoring as many points as we did last year. And let me don't get started with this defense. Because Roquan, that Browns game really saved you from being in terrible. I'm not even going to hold you. That Browns game really saved you from being in the terrible. Because you've been MIA. I don't know if it's because of Zach or what, but you've been MIA. I don't know what's going on. Same thing with Marlo. Although he did have his best game this past Sunday, I still think, excuse me, he hasn't been that good this year. But I feel like we can turn it around though. It's gonna take a lot, especially with this bye week. I feel like we can do it. Build on the Rams game. Should be fine. Should have been a lot worse than 17 though, but 17 is 17. That's what you want to look at it. Let's get to the part of the video that you've probably been waiting for. The terrible. Now with this, I could just go to defense in the Texans game and just be done with it. But actually that's pretty much what it is. I'm also honorable mention for the bad section. I mean, the pass game and the Chiefs game I could have put that last game in the terrible, but the defense looked like it looked inspired. Start with the pass rush. That was a horrible segue. We're just gonna go with it. The pass rush, non-existent the entire idea. Up until this point, I believe we only have 8 sacks. Out of all the people we have, 8 sacks. And 2 of those came because the O-line just forgot how to block. Outside of that, we didn't get no pressure. And I just wish Zach Gold would stop dropping the outside linebackers in the coverage. There you go. I said it. I said it. Damn it. I don't know if anybody needs to tell you this, but stop dropping your outside linebackers in the coverage. They're not TJ Watt or somebody that can rush the passer and drop in the coverage and lock shit down. That's not what we have. And I'm gonna calm down because I'm getting a little agitated. Although we still left people wide open in the Rams game, it was a lot better. It was a lot better. Defense played with some heart. Can't say that for the Texas game. I can't say that for the Texas game. Bijan Miles not even left the damn locker room. What the hell was that? 44-10? 44-10. Wow. They was dancing all in our end zone, bro. They dancing more in the end zone than we have. To be honest with you. When do we get to have the happy-go-lucky fun times in the end zone? Because not only did we get the Chiefs right, now we got the Texans right. 2 of the worst offense to start the year, we get them right. And having backups out there in that Texans game really didn't help. And you saw that. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Didn't think it was going to be that bad. I will put that Lions game here too, but that's more like we just got out-coached. Is what it is. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of good to take from this season, but I can say one thing is that Derrick Henry, when he gets the ball, Lamar Jackson needs to come back now. Zay is still the number 1. He's been spotty ever since his career game in week 1. He did have that nice game. It was the very next week. It's been spotty since. Kind of like Derrick Henry, but for a completely different reason. I'm not even going to talk about those 2 fumbles because it's kind of indicative of how the season is going. I'm not even going to talk about it. Just going to act like it never happened. Just going to move into the Bears game. Let's start it fresh. Come out and lose to the Bears. At home on the 26th. If he had all this time to get this shit right. Take Daniel Falili out the lineup too. He's been terrible. The whole O-line's been bad, but he's been terrible. Get number 77 out the lineup. Please. But with that being said, that's how I feel about this season. It's a bit all over the place. I tried, and I want to have this organized. And I believe I did a good job of that. With that being said, that's my thoughts on this season so far. The great, the good, the bad, and the terrible. That's how I feel. How do y'all feel about it? Let me know. And also, do you want to see more videos like this? Like at the bye week kind of stuff? Because I feel like I could do that. I'm getting out y'all way. It's your boy Benny. Came in for that Ravens content. I got y'all playing. I really had to come up with another outro. That is actually starting to bug me. Y'all don't make it to the far end of the videos anyway, so it doesn't matter. See y'all against the Bears. Let's get right. So I hate to see our season go out like that. I don't want to be sadder than I already am. I've been doing enough. Y'all gave me a million heart attacks. Start the year. Something's got to give. Something has got to give. It's not going to be now and when. Because we can really only afford to maybe lose 2 more games. Maybe 3. But that's it. Gotta be pretty much perfect. Just gotta take Derrick Henry getting the ball 25 to 30 times a game. That's what we gotta do. So we can get the defense from last game for the rest of the season. We should be fine. If not, we in trouble. We're in big trouble. Peace.